Greetings, Earthlings! Welcome to RFF Picks. Today, I have a correlated Counter-Strike bet for you for, Thursday, May 30th. My days are kind of getting caught up together because of the Memorial Day. But yes, Thursday, correlated bet for Counter-Strike. Not a lot to talk about this slip. Did end up, chalking, losing it. Ryan Nelson, I talked about it in the video that he had gone 3 or more in all of the games that he has pitched, or the past 6-7 games that he pitched. Only ended up getting 3, but I did say that he had at least got 3, but we wanted him to get more than that, obviously. And Tyler Anderson was a guy that there was a comment out there, a negative comment, saying that he was going to go over and that his history was really well. And I just talked about the history of Ryan Nelson, but we don't always want to use that as something, because Tyler Anderson was pitching against the Yankees, and the Yankees are one of the best teams in baseball. So you have to take into account that as well. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be truthful. I don't know a ton about baseball. I haven't been paying attention a lot this year when it came to baseball, but you have to take into matchup base as well. You got to take into account if they're home or away as well, all that kind of stuff. The reason why we liked the less on Tyler Anderson was because the sports books were showing his line moving a little bit closer to 4 than moving to 5. So that was the reason why we took 4.5. And this was a situation, I didn't check it, but it could have moved to 4. Right? I know there are a couple people out there saying that a couple of the lines had shifted by the time that I gave these out. So all I'm trying to say is we use math and we use other sports books as the main reason of how we are coming up with these bets, right? We're not using the history all the time. Sometimes we take that into account, but we're wanting to compare to other sports books. And like I said, DraftKings, FanDuel, Underdog, other sports books like that had him going more on the less than going more on the over. So that's the reason why we took the less than 4.5. And like I said, there was a comment out there saying that was the wrong bet, and that's fine. If you don't want to take that, it is what it is. But I obviously the slip still chalked, but I just want to say I told you so a little bit. And Ryan Howard, she went 0, or Ryan Howard, I guess, she went 0 for 1 for 11 from the field, which is just bonkers. And then Chopper ended up actually getting 26, and we're waiting for Kyrie Irving. But at the end of the day, this is not going to hit. Maybe we can get money back if Kyrie goes over 2.5. I'm not sure how they do this whole thing with this pushing, but it is what it is. I just wanted to talk through the slip a tiny bit, but it was a loss at the end of the day. So here is our Real Friends community. Me and Miles started Real Friends in Football 2 years ago. That channel is now at 34.2 thousand subscribers. So we wanted that channel to initially be a gambling channel, but we kind of shifted the direction to a general football channel. We figured that, all these football fans out there, we thought that they would be into gambling, but that's not the case. I would say only maybe 10% of that community is into gambling. So we decided to make a new channel, RFF Picks, and gambling has been a huge passion of mine over the past 12 or 13 years of my life. And then since COVID hit, I took gambling a lot more seriously. I started learning about EV betting. I started learning about correlated betting, and then villain gambling. That's the other thing that I started doing. So I do all those 3 things. Correlated betting, I take a lot into account when it comes to Underdog and PrizePicks. EV betting as well, and then also just kind of the solo bets that I make, and then villain gambling as well. I like to do against the grain. I like to go against what the public likes to do. I'm the guy in the bar that when you're talking to your friends and you say, hey, who you got tonight? I'm usually on the opposite, right? So, I was on the Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. I feel like a lot of people thought that the 49ers are going to win. I was on the Chiefs. I always went against Caitlin Clark when it came to basketball, and I think that ended up hitting maybe 3 of the last 4 of her games. That I was taking those other teams like South Carolina, etc. So yeah, here's our community: 7% ROI, over 500 units in the past 3 years, over 7,000 bets. So this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Obviously, it takes a ton of volume to go up. And there was a comment out there saying that 500 units is not good in 3 years, which is just baffling to me. I mean, I feel like most sports gamblers at the end of the day are not profitable when it comes to gambling. I mean, even before this, this screenshot here, I was probably a lot in the red. And I just feel like you can see the growth just like exponentially going up. I kind of even had this like little learning curve right here where I was kind of learning my process. And then finally it just kind of clicked. I started learning a lot about how to win in sports gambling. So we're only continuing to move this up, and this doesn't even count into PrizePicks. Since I started PrizePicks, I'm up like $5,200. Like I've yet to withdraw any money out of PrizePicks, so I'm up $5,200 in PrizePicks. And like I said, I've only added the amount of bets that I made. I've only gone higher on the bets, on the bet amount as well. When I started PrizePicks, a lot of the times I was doing the free plays, the Taco Tuesdays, stuff like that. I was betting like $20 at a time. Now I'm pretty much betting $50 at a time. I was even considering going up to 100, honestly, because I trust my process. I don't want to come on here and, be a facade. I put my money where my mouth is type thing. And any bet that I give out, I'm putting it on myself, right? So what this is winnable. What this is a platform to get an easy bets from us, right? So it's anything you're gonna get on our bets, you're going to get via text, right? So any free plan is going to be from our YouTube channel, and then all of our bets are going to go from the MVP plan. So MVP plan is going to be every single one of the bets that we make, and then the free plan is going to be here and there bets, and then any bet that you see on YouTube is going to be on the free plan. If you want to sign up for our free month, type in code RFF. But yeah, go to Winnable. I think it's below if you want to sign up. Just click on that. It's a really good platform to where it's an easy way. It's not like an email list or anything like that. You just get a text right when I make the bet, and you can just hit the link and make it. And the other good thing about that too is the line shift a lot. So right when I set it, you can just boom, take it, boom, place the bet. So finally, this is going to be our play of the day right here. So we have DMS going against Naminga in Counter-Strike. So what we want here is for this game to be back and forth kills between Naminga and DMS. And if that happens, then they're more likely to hit their over on their kill total or on their headshots, right? So we're going more and more on both of these. So like I said, the way Counter-Strike works is they go best of 13 rounds. And if they're going back and forth all the time, then that could be 13-10, right? So they're on the field more, they're on the battleground more, they have more opportunities to get kills, right? That's how that works. And if you fast forward it, if you get a team in overtime between two teams, then I bet you if you fast forward, then a lot of the people are going to hit over their kill total, right? I would say maybe like 8 or 9 of the 10 players are probably going over their kill totals because they're playing in more games. And then one win is going against Vidar, so Alv and Neelan, and we want the opposite to happen, right? Just the inverse of what I just said. For the top two, we want the opposite to happen. We want one of these teams to take over the game, stomp the game, complete it, get it done out of the way really quickly. We want it to be like 13-4, 13-6, something like that, really quick to where they don't have opportunities to get a lot of kills, right? That's how that works. You can think of it similar to, like a basketball game. It's hard to compare the two sports because basketball game has a allotted time frame, right? They're playing a certain amount of time each quarters, but like think of it as the Warriors, they play a bad team like I don't want to say the Spurs because I'm a Spurs fan, but I'll just say the Spurs. The Warriors play the Spurs, right? And Steph Curry, we have his less points. And they just beat the Spurs so bad that Steph Curry gets taken out of the game within like 3 quarters or like 2.5 quarters, right? So even though they won the game and they stomped the game, it doesn't matter because he gets pulled and he doesn't have opportunities to get more points, right? So say he got like 20 points in the first half and then he gets taken out of the game and his point total was at like 31 or something like that, right? So kind of same situation. I don't want to say exactly the same because basketball, you have a time frame, but just think about it to where they're not on the court a lot, right? So if you fast forward and you tell me that Steph Curry only played 40 minutes or he only played 30 minutes instead of 40 minutes, that changes a lot because then if he's not on the court for those extra 10 minutes, then he's probably not going to hit his kill total. He's not going to hit his point total, right? Because he's not on the floor as much, and so he doesn't have the opportunity to get a lot of points. So then finally, the last edition, we're going to go Josh Green. So this is going to be Thursday night. We're going to go over on his turnovers. Every single matchup that he has played against the Timberwolves. Game 1, 2, 3, and 4, Josh Green has had a turnover. So that's how we came up with that bet. So we got pair here, one here, additional play with basketball. So we have 50 to win 500. Best of luck. I should hopefully be able to get a video out to you tomorrow. If not, I'll have Miles do it. So see you. Best of luck, and have a good one.